I went through the comments and I read, and many people are like, oh, the pictures doesn't really do it much justice, the place is Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Miata. If you're new here, you're very much welcome. Here on my channel I talk about faith, fashion, relationship, and lifestyle. And one of my newest activities that I've recently gotten into, one of the things that I promised myself, is to be a little bit more adventurous as far as, traveling, doing memorable things. You know what I'm saying? Because so many times I feel like we find ourselves constantly in like a place of work, school, family, like just a cycle of boredom. As you guys know, I currently stay in America. So America's schedule is not like, let's say, like if you were to come to Sierra Leone or Nigeria or something like that. There's more flexibility with the people out here. And it's not a routine every day. Like they can literally wake up and say, I'm not going to work today, and that's just that. They'll still get paid salary and stuff like that. That's not the case for me. Anyhow, that's besides the point. So today is a follow-up on the video that I did, my last video, which was me pretty much giving you guys a tour of the Airbnb that we were able to book for my stay when I was in Lagos. Okay, so today I want to talk about, I'm just gonna put Africa in general, because whether you're going to Ghana, Sierra Leone, Lagos, Gambia, wherever it is, okay, just these tips help out in every way. Okay, so without any further ado, tip number one that I would say is location. You definitely want to book a Airbnb in a location where, let's say if you're traveling by yourself and you know literally no one in the country, but maybe you have a tour guide or tour guide personnel, then fine. If that's the case where you know no one, make sure that your location where you're staying is, number one, is accessible to things around you. Like you're not just like in a little world by yourself. Mind you, you're not familiar with the place, so make sure that you have access to the supermarket, you have access to people when you need emergency, maybe a police station, just something. Okay, so location is very vital. Accessibility is one. The next thing for me that goes under location is where you're located, the safety of it. Okay, you're going to a new place, you're not familiar with the environment, you don't know what the people are like, you don't know what sets things off or any of that. You get what I'm saying? So make sure that you are safe. Do your diligent research, open up your mouth and ask people questions. Hey, I'm thinking of going to Senegal in March. What do you think if I stay in this place? Okay, someone can tell you, well, I don't think you should stay here because of X, Y, and Z. I think you should stay here because of da. So ask questions, do your research, Google. And another thing that really helped out is whatever country you're traveling to, go to the embassy, and they have literally tips for you, places to go, places to avoid. Like on my trip to Nigeria, I literally went on the embassy page, Nigeria embassy, and they would literally list out places that was a no. They put out their rules. They recommend that you get home between the hours of 9 and 10. That's like curfew hours. Anything outside of that, God forbid anything were to happen to you, OYO, like on your own. So do your due diligence. Location is one. Your safety and accessibility to things around you is very vital. I've already done that. Also check the address, check the location, the exact location for that booking. I say that because when you go on Airbnb to book, they don't ever give you the exact address until after you have already made your transaction. But if you're chatting with the person, you can ask detailed questions. Hey, I know I booked an Airbnb in Ikeja. Yes, you're not going to give me the exact number, like 96 Ikeja Road. Fine, you won't give me the exact location, but give me a landmark. Say it's next to Bode Thomas Road. Tell me it is 5 minutes from Ojuelegba. You get what I'm saying? So ask detailed questions about that, because you're gonna need that. Because my last location that I booked last time I traveled, when I booked it, it was actually further away from my friend that I was, that I wanted him to take me around. right? But this time around it worked out. He's like 10 minutes from where I stay. Okay, so that's another tip when it comes to booking an Airbnb internationally. I would say check out the reviews. Yes, let's get down to the practicals of it. Check out the reviews. Scroll down, read what people are saying. Is there a common denominator? Is there a common thing that's going on with the past guests? If their ratings for cleanliness is like 2 out of 5, or they're saying the communication for this person is like 0, one thing or the other, if people are constantly complaining about the same thing, more than likely it is accurate. So that should be a red flag for you. Like the Airbnb that I booked in my time in Lagos, she only had 2 reviews, which kind of sucked for me, because I'm like, oh my goodness, only 2 people have booked her place, because she's kind of fairly new to this whole Airbnb stuff. So I went through the comments. I'm gonna show you guys here. I went through the comments and I read, and many people are like, oh, the pictures doesn't really do it much justice. The place is cleaner than it looks online. It's nicer than it looks online, and all these things. I also took my time out to chat with her, told her, you know, the purpose of my trip. Just give details, because sometimes when you book Airbnb as well, they're gonna ask you, is it a business trip or just leisure? If it's business, sometimes they alter things for you. Maybe they put a printer or a laptop, something that can help your office needs. So yeah, check out the reviews, see what people are saying, ask questions, and if it doesn't look or sound right, more than likely it isn't. Okay, then the next thing I would say, the next tip that I would give you is budgeting. Make sure you know what your budget is, because Airbnb sometimes like the ice cream store. You see one, because it's Africa, of course, so you know the currency is a bit more lesser than ours. So you may see an Airbnb that's like $40, and you see another that's like 57, another that's 60, and they pretty much have the same setup in the apartment or the house, wherever you choose, right? But more than likely, maybe one has like a gym or the other has a swimming pool outside. If you have a budget to say, okay, I'm going for 2 weeks and I'm not spending more than $500 for these 2 weeks, stick to it. Okay, like the one that I was able to book, it was between 3. I had one that was $46, I had one that was 60, and I had one that was 57. Now the 57 was really, really nice, but the decor was very masculine, like no personality. It's like black couch, black walls, black. I was like, you know. And then the other one that was much more expensive, like at 67, or was it 57? At 60, very luxurious. I mean, she decorated her place so beautifully. It was really, really gorgeous. And then there was my third option, which is the one that I actually decided to book, which was $46 a night. Yeah, $46 a night, and I decided to go with this one instead. Okay, because it was within my budget. When everything was said and done, I didn't pay for it. When everything was done and done, it was paid for like five something and a change, 500 and some change. So stick to your budget. You know, you're not trying to impress anybody. Cut your coats according to your size. Ain't nobody flexing. Just make sure that your area is clean. You know, it is pandemic, so make sure, you know, the area is clean, it is safe, it is accessible. Once those 3 things are in place, I don't think that you should really be thinking about, oh, the walls are pink or the couch is orange. Look at mine. Pillows are orange, curtains are pink. I'll be fine. I will literally be fine. Okay. So then another tip of mine when it comes to booking an Airbnb when you're traveling internationally is, when you go through the filters on Airbnb, I'm going to show it to you guys, make sure that you're paying attention, because there are times where you would put your filter, like you put your location, the start date and the end date of your travel that you need to stay in that house, right? But if you literally don't click entire house, it's going to show you a list of places, right? And if you're not really paying attention, you would go and pick a house where it's a big old house and you have a room to yourself, but you're sharing it with other people, maybe the owner, or maybe other people who have already booked that mansion or that home during the same time that you have booked it. Now, to each his own. I wouldn't want to book something like that, because if I'm going to a place where I'm not familiar, I don't think I want to live with a person who I don't know. Yes, I have my own room and you have your own room, but we're sharing the same bathroom, we're sharing the same living room space and kitchen. I don't think so. So that uncomfortability for me, I don't want to take those chances. You don't really know people. You don't know what people are capable of. So especially as a woman, I don't think that's something that you should do. I do not recommend that at all. So make sure you click entire home, not just a room, okay? Because Airbnb is automatically going to leave it at just a room or leave your filter open, but make sure you specify and you click entire home so you can get the home all to yourself. And I think these are the tips that I think will definitely help you guys when it comes to booking a trip internationally. Absolutely. So that's that for that. I really did not want this video to linger on. I didn't want it to be too long. My very last tip though that I would give you is, when you do book your Airbnb and you're going to Africa, more than likely wherever you're staying, security has to be top notch. Like the one where I was able to get, there's literally a gated community, so the gate man has to open the door for you. Once he opens the door for you, you have to go through a second door, and if he doesn't come and pin you in, you cannot enter into that place. So it's one entrance for everyone. So it's like literally an apartment complex, but if you're not a resident in the apartment, you're not permitted to go inside. Again, it's one exit and one entrance. So he has to come in, plug in the code for you, then you walk up to your own apartment and you get there. There's literally a camera right outside of my door. So there's security cameras everywhere, which is really, really important. But what I wanted to actually talk about is just showing kindness. Like for us, our gate man, he is in Hausa. I was a young guy, and very respectful, very kind, and kindness goes a long way because you never really know where you're going to meet people. That's one. Number two, the way you treat people sometimes, it's like a seed. Whatever you sow, like you're going to reap it. So whether it's him opening the door for you or him cleaning your car and you just tipping that person 500 naira, 200 naira, thank you, I appreciate you, thank you for opening the door, thank you for answering your phone calls. Just kind words like that goes a long way, because God forbid if, like, let's say there's a fire in the building and you're just this mean, awful guest, you'll probably be the last person to be notified. You probably say, let her Gucci bag burn first before I call her and tell her, there's fire in the building. I'm just saying, just be kind to people, be courteous. Good morning, how are you? Thank you for opening the gate for me. Have you eaten today? Here's 200 naira, go and buy suya. Just something. I just think that it's really kind to be kind. It's good to be good to people. But anyhow, like I said, this video is not meant to be too long, but thank you guys so much for subscribing, to my new subscribers and my old subscribers. We are almost there at 1,000 subscribers. I want to thank you guys for being consistent and for sticking through and just encouraging my new content. I'm really trying to add more value to my YouTube channel, and I really hope that you're enjoying it. Kindly comment down below and let me know where you would like to travel. What places do you have in mind to travel? And if I left out any tip, comment down below as well. In the description box, I'm going to look for free codes, coupon codes for you guys for Airbnb. That helped as well, because when I was booking mine, I was able to get 10% off discount. Yes, sis, we don't play with discounts around here. So I'll look for a discount for you and I'll put it down in the comment box. As always, I love you, but Jesus loves you so much more. And until next time, you have an alright day. Bye, y'all.